Superdome in New Orleans. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Winston. And he's got his target, Harris. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down at 5. Rodgers now to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't.
Touchdown! Davante Adams, 70 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now Winston. Oh, look at the juke. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short. Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Winston. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. The completion there for Winston. And Jameis, of course, kind of such a boom or bust proposition at the quarterback position. He can light you up or he can give games away. So defensively, what's the mindset with a quarterback like that?
For me, it's playing more coverage than it is blitzing him, because I think that he has so much confidence in his arm. He may take an extra chance or two, and if you have enough guys downfield, you get those tip balls, or you're able to make a play on the football at the point where the ball gets to the receiver, then you've got a chance to make some good plays against Jameis.
To throw again on second down. Winston fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Rolling to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And another nice catch there for a 1st down by Devontae Adams. That's something we're quite familiar with. Last year, the NFL leader in touchdown catches with 18, tied for 2nd in receptions, 5th in receiving yards, added all up, arguably the top receiver in the NFL.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And how about for Alvin Kamara? Another great year that he's coming off of as an all-around player, but especially as a pass catcher. 81 receptions each of his first 3 NFL seasons. Last year added 2 more to finish with 83, the most by any running back in the NFL. An awfully dangerous man in the open field.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Winston. Flushed out under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's Dorsett. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, now Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down to the 12.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So they took a chance there on 4th down, and boy, does it pay off. It pays off with 6 points.
Yeah, I have to imagine that they were thinking maybe we can at least get a 1st down if we don't score. But he decided he didn't want a new set of downs. He just wanted a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Time again to see Jameis Winston in this Saints offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. On 2nd and 7, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 22. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This is caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Winston now from the 50. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And his throw here's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 45 on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's complete, and once again it's Cobb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Rodgers again now. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Crosby with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Rashawn Gary coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's Jones again on second down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half, and now 7 on the game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 9, Winston. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the first down.
And Winston lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Demario Davis, Saints leading tackler last year, in on to stop that time.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Packers pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 71 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, and this is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
And And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, Jones. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Again, it's Dillon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.